Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm really excited to talk to you guys about one of these topics that has been like aching inside of me, and I need to get it out and need to talk about it because social media destroys our self-worth and our self-love. And I'm sure you can attest to that because I know that I feel that with social media, and that the pressure of society is weighing down and kicking my ass. So I'm going to share with you guys some tips on how to love yourself and love your body, practice self-love, and to detox from this social media crap that is literally destroying your love for who you are. So before we dive into this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and without further ado, let's dive into this video. Alright you guys, so my first tip on loving your body and loving yourself is to stop comparing yourself to everybody else on social media. And it might not just be social media for you if you're not highly sucked in to Instagram, which I know I can't live without. But it's also a terrible, terrible thing for you. It is terrible. It makes you feel like garbage. Stop comparing yourself. Stop looking at these people on social media and thinking, wow, I wish I looked like her. Or, oh, wow, I wish I had her hair or her abs or her booty or her clear skin or whatever like struggle you might be having. It's like the first thing that we narrow in on. Like I know for me, like I narrow in on clear skin and abs because those are areas that I get insecure about and I struggle with because I'm always like, I want like no zits ever and I want to have like this beautiful perfect skin, and like you see these girls and they eat like garbage and you're like, how do you have skin like that? Like it makes you so angry because I eat so clean. And then abs is something that I super struggle with, that it's like really hard for me to tone my midsection. So like it's another one that like right away I look at social media and I'm like, bam, like that is what I want. And I'm like, no, like it is so unhealthy, you guys, to sit there and scroll through this feed of social media and all you can think about is, I want that. Well, no, stop. Like, halt the brakes and stop the shit because it is destroying your self-worth and your self-love. It is great to have inspiration and to work towards things and to want to achieve a goal and work at getting those abs or getting that booty or whatever. But to sit there and nitpick yourself apart because you don't have that is super unhealthy. And picking out those two things, whether it's an inspiration or whether it's something that's self-sabotaging and making you feel like crap about yourself. So learn to stop comparing, turn off that social media, put it down when you like instantly, if you feel that thought of like, oh, I feel like I look gross, or I don't feel pretty enough, or I don't feel good enough. You gotta like put down that shit and turn it off. Stop comparing your greatness to somebody else. Okay, step number 2 is owning where you're at. So yeah, you might have a goal of getting somewhere, but own exactly where you're at right now. Own that maybe you don't have time to go to the gym, or maybe you don't have time to curl your hair like that girl did. Learn to accept that you're in a different place than that person on social media. Stop comparing everything they have to what you have, because your life is completely different. Your struggles are different. Your home life is different. Your job is different. You don't have the time maybe to put into the glamour that they do. So stop looking at their life and thinking it should be your life, because your journey is completely different than theirs is. And learning to truly accept that maybe that's not the way that your life should look. And maybe it's not all through rose-colored glasses, because most of the time on social media, it's all a facade. Like everyone's filtering and adding layers and adding this like cool effect or whatever, and like making it look like everything is so beautiful. And I know I fall into that pressure where I'm like, why can't my Instagram feed look so glamorous and clean and pretty and beautiful? And it just drives me crazy. But that's not who I am. Like I don't have this desire to sit there and like make it beautiful. Like who fucking has time for that? Like live your life, don't consume it with social media. So just accept that maybe that's not the right path for you, and maybe you're in a better place than they actually are, because they're the ones posting all these like beautiful, amazing things that are probably not even true. They're probably miserable on the inside. So just own where you're at, love where you're at, because your life could be so much greater than theirs. And it probably is. Alright, my third step for you guys is to practice gratitude. Practice, live it, preach it, every moment of every single day. I want you guys to put that awful stuff down and to practice self-love and self-gratitude and appreciating your body and your life, and stop comparing it to everything on social media, because it's so easy to look at someone else's life and someone else's relationship and be like, I want that, but really you have no idea what's going on with them at all, like no idea. So take every moment and opportunity you have when you look in the mirror at yourself to say things to yourself that are fulfilling and amazing and good about your body and the way that you look and the person you are as well. Not even just the looks, but the person you are. Take that time to actually look in the mirror and go, I love this about me. I love that about me. I love that I achieved that goal. I love that I ate healthy this week. Whatever your goal or ambition or dream or plan might be, take the time to really appreciate that and own that and be like, I am amazing and I am great. Because if you practice daily gratitude and daily self-love, it will change your life. It will make you such a happier person, because you're actually like, yes, like I am great. And when you tell yourself those things and you continue to self-love and do this day after day after day, then it will actually start to shape your life in a more positive, healthy, beautiful way, because you're actually going to be like, I think I'm great. I think I'm beautiful. We get so caught up in this need to be perfect and to fit into this mold of society where we have to look a certain way and be a certain way. And it consumes us to no end. And I'm no different than any of you guys, where I fall under this pressure too, where I'm like, why can't I look like this or be like this? And why? Why can't we just be who we are? Why can't we just be excited about the person that is sitting here in front of you in the mirror, looking at you and going, I am great? Because you are. You are amazing and you are wonderful, and you just have to tell yourself these things and teach yourself to love who you are. Because that is like the biggest step in self-growth and self-love and self-development and self-worth, is that you have to tell yourself how wonderful you are. Why spend your entire life looking at social media and thinking that's what you want? Like, that's not what you want. Like, you might think, oh, that'd be a cool job, or it might be a cool way to like weight train, or it might be a cool way to decorate my house. But it doesn't mean that it's the right thing to do and that it's healthy for you. So find the difference between a path of goals and a path of destruction, because social media is destroying not just our self-love and self-worth, but a lot of other things. But determining the difference between those two and learning to shut it down when you catch those unhealthy habits. When you teach yourself self-love every day and you look in the mirror and say how amazing you are and say how great you are and say how beautiful you are and say how accomplished you are, you'll start to realize that your self-worth is so much stronger than looking at social media and going, well, I want to look like that. And catching those unhealthy bad habits, because we all do them and we all are consumed by this like desire to be something or have something that we don't. And it's not good, it's not healthy, and it's just overall awful for your mental health, your physical health, your emotional health, like just awful. So those are my 3 tips, and then my final tip is learn to shut that stuff off. Learn to, like, even just starting out, because, like, honestly, you guys, it's an addiction. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I have a problem. Like, I have an Instagram problem where, like, all I want to do is scroll through friggin' Instagram. Like, I can't stop. And I have to catch myself in these unhealthy bad habits, too, and be like, okay, this is not good for me. Like, nothing about this is healthy. Like, I literally am, like, not even bored, and I just like grab it and start scrolling through just like subconsciously, because we train our brains and our bodies and our mind to like need to have this overstimulation all the time, and we're constantly overstimulated by electronics that we don't know how to put them down. So practicing like an hour, even just if you can like start with like half an hour or an hour before bedtime, just to like put your phone or your iPad or your laptop over there, put it aside for 1 hour before you go to bed, so you can decompress your brain and get it to calm down from being so like fiery and overstimulated, because that's all we're doing is just like constantly like all night long. I do it in bed, and I'm not gonna lie, that I'm terrible for it. But like you gotta like learn to practice doing this and stopping, because it is so much better for you. I did a good few months where I did like an hour. I called it an hour of quiet time every evening. So that's my challenge for you guys, is to do like 1 hour of quiet time before bed, where you shut down all of your electronics, your social media, your laptops, Netflix, all of that. Like shut it off and have 1 hour just for you to like read a book, do meditation, journal, practice gratitude, spend time with your family. Like do something that separates you from the rest of the world and starts to look inwards, because we spend so much time looking outwards at the world and looking at everything around us, and our jobs are consumed by everything we have to do for everybody else, and our friendships are giving and loving, our relationships are giving and loving. Social media is just sucking everything out of you, and we're left here. When do we ever look at us? When do we look inwards at who we are and love who we are? Never. So take that hour, you guys, and love who you are and appreciate who you are, and spend that time self-loving, because that is the way to detox from social media and to get away from it and to self-love. So those are my tips for you guys. I challenge you for the next 30 days to do this challenge with me. I'll actually announce this on social media and be doing it with you guys, an hour of quiet time, because I need to stop as well. I'm no better than you guys at this compulsive habit to do this. So challenging you guys to do this with me. I will be posting on my social media. Follow me on Instagram. I'll link it up here, and you guys can follow along with this challenge and see if you can detox for 1 hour every single day and look inward at who you are and love yourself. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please be sure to give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.